Greetings, YouTube, I suppose. I'm going to start making these video logs. Not really sure what for. I suppose it's, well, I don't really know why I'm trying to figure that out. Also, many people don't know who the real me is, since, well, that's pretty obvious, since I don't even know who I am myself. As I said just a few seconds ago, this is getting off to a bad start. Okay, I should probably give an introduction. My name is Daniel Tony, spelled D-A-N-I-E-L. Tony is spelled T-H-O with those two dots on top, N-Y. It's a terrible name, really. I mean, Daniel is completely average. I know at least 20 other people who also have a name Daniel. It can be very confusing. And Tony's even worse. Nobody actually knows how to pronounce it, because if you change it to the English language, it would be spelled T-H-O-E-N-Y, and people used to pronounce it like Thony, Fioni, stuff like that. Closest English pronunciation is Tony. Proper German pronunciation would be Tony. It's a Swiss name. Because, well, I'm half Swiss. Not proud of it, because quite frankly I'm not really too fond of the Swiss people. There are a few good people out there, but generally, maybe it's just the state that I live in, but a lot of people here are extremely homophobic, conservative, and just total assholes. And yes, me being a gay male, that's pretty tough. Very often I just want to kick one of those stupid little first graders who think it's cool to say words like faggot and gay in front of a train. They deserve it. I shouldn't say stuff like that, it was going to make me seem like a psychopath. I'm not a psychopath, just for the record. Okay, so more about me. I live in Unterfatz. Sounds stupid, I know, it is. It's this really small, tiny little hamlet on the side of a mountain in the most boring and dull state in this entire country. And that's saying a lot, because this country is incredibly boring. Yeah. What else is there to say about me? Well, yeah, my father's from this country, my mother's from the Philippines. A lot of people say I look Italian or Spanish, even though I really don't see it. I mean, I really don't. Now, I am, I suppose, your standard geek. I am into cosplay, I'm into video games, I'm into comic books, all that sort of thing, and I am also the paragon of awkwardness, which is probably exemplified in this video. Yeah, I have the ability to make any situation, no matter how ordinary, completely and utterly awkward. It's like a curse. Whenever I open my mouth, it happens. It's just, ugh, so bad. Oh, and I also do kickboxing. Kickboxing is badass. I'm not very good at it. I'm still a no belter, but I'm getting better, and I'm going to try to get the yellow belt this year. Wish me luck. Now, on to random gibberings and stuff. Well, see, this is what I'm talking about, awkward moments. Yes. I have a Tumblr page. I'm going to post it in the bottom description. Please follow that. I literally don't have any followers. Well, I have 2 followers. One is a friend. I bet she's just following me actually because I'm her friend. And the other is this random guy who followed me because I followed him, but then I unfollowed him, and if he finds that out, I think he might unfollow me, but I don't think it's even possible to see who unfollowed you on Tumblr. I'm not sure about that though. I used to have like 5 at the most, I think, but they all unfollowed me because they had a completely different opinion of who I was. Maybe, well, my Tumblr page is called Wickedly Art. It makes no sense, I know, but it just sounds cool. And I post these really interesting drawings, I suppose, to make myself. Some of them are a bit of darker nature because I enjoy macabre things. I'm not goth though, not goth at all. And these goth people, they followed me because I thought I was one of those rooting dark people who likes dark things and stuff like that. Not the case at all. And once they found that out, that I'm actually really into the LGBT community and supporting gay rights and all that stuff, considering that I'm gay, as already said several times, well, they left. I don't think they're homophobic, it's just that they're not really into the stuff that I post, like memes, drawings from other artists. Well, not memes really, just various posts that I found on Tumblr. I love Tumblr. They're all insane, and that's a good thing. Yeah. I'm just babbling endlessly. But as I said, I'm creating these videos because nobody really knows who I am. Not even myself. It feels like I wear a facade every single day. A mask, and people don't see through it. Not even my family can decipher it, and God, I hate them. The only person in my family who I actually like is my cat. And he's a cat. Well, I paid for him with my own money, so basically I'm like his parent or something, but still. See my family. I've got a father, he's a right asshole. He was a general manager. Now he's jobless and he's distressed and all this stuff, and he's very homophobic and kind of an asshole because I have issues. I'm not even going to deny that. I have quite a few issues, and he makes fun of every single one of those things. If there's something that needs to be taken seriously because it's offensive or hurtful, he just makes fun of it. He's also extremely patriotic, and I hate patriots. And he's also, in turn, nationalistic. He has no qualms about insulting other countries and other races and other people, for that matter, who aren't cisgendered white people. That's just cisgendered white hetero people. It's just really fucking annoying. He's just a total douchebag. Then I have my mother. Mother dearest. Cat hair. Yes, my mother. She's a short, chubby Filipina. Terrible, absolutely abhorrent at speaking German, but that doesn't stop her. Then again, at least she does speak German. I try not to because I just don't like the sound of the language. No offense to any German or Swiss people out there. I don't like the language. It doesn't sound nice to me. I know that there are many great German authors and writers, many poets like, for example, Goethe or Schiller or all that kind of stuff. But I just think the English language is more smooth and elegant. Yes, back to my family. And she is a extremely conservative Christian. Like, she's practically a cult leader. Well, she could be a cult leader. She's very, very hypocritical, I suppose. And selective about what she believes in the Bible. And she's basically insane because of her beliefs. I mean, she thinks that she didn't want to have my cat because he has a microchip in the back of his neck, so that if he gets lost, because that was actually mandatory. Because there was a case where the woman from whom he adopted the cat, she had a client who adopted a cat as well, and he ran away the next day because he didn't lock the door, and he was never seen again. So they make it now mandatory that you have to implant chips into the cats so that you know where they are at all times. And well, yes, she doesn't want to bow to the beast, as she calls it, because she thinks that barcodes and computer chips are evil and signs of the devil. It's really just stupid, don't even ask me. Yeah. Then there's my younger sister. Well, she's not the prettiest of persons, personality and appearance-wise. And appearance-wise, she's still passable. After all, she's only 10 years old. She'll probably look better after puberty kicks in, but she's very obnoxious, she's spoiled, she's lazy, she never does what she's told. Whenever you tell her to do something, not just me, my parents, literally everyone, even at school, she just says, but I just blah 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 blah, but I just blah 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 blah. You always looking for excuses, and it's just really annoying because it's always her fault, and she always tries to blame other people. And she never stops doing stuff when you ask her to stop. Then, yes, my brother, dearest brother, I cannot stand him. I mean, sure, currently we're on better terms than we were before because he, like me, is gay as well. Yes. And I came out first to my parents. When he found out that I was gay through searching my browsing history, which was, yeah, actually very rude. He shouldn't have done that. He's not allowed to do that. He's an asshole. He found out that I was gay, and he started calling me a faggot because he was, well, angry at me for coming out first. Though coming out didn't really help me. My parents don't accept me for whom I am. They just tolerate me, and that's really just part of why I hate them, actually. And then after that, there was this huge fuss because he moved to this country about 3 years before me and everyone and my entire family. And instead of going to school like he was supposed to, and he was told to bragging about having good grades and stuff like that, he was dropping out. He every single weekend went to the capital, or well, not the capital, Zurich. That's basically like the New York of Switzerland, if Washington is the capital of America. And there he went to gay bars, he partied with other people, he went around having sex and stuff like that. Eventually my parents found out that he was gay as well, even though I explicitly told him he should not come out, and yes, he should not have come out to them. It was chaotic, it was really bad. And then he dropped out of school, went to Fachmittelschule, which is basically this lower tier of stuff, and yes. He says to my parents that he wants to become a teacher, but he told me that he wants to become a gay bartender. I mean, a gay bartender, not a gay bartender. And then he ran after nearly driving the family to bankruptcy and wasting almost every single cent that he had on his bank account. Well, I don't really have much money in my bank account either, but that's because my father borrowed about 60,000. No. I think it's 16,000 Swiss francs from me, and he has yet to pay them back. After that, he ran off with a 40-something-year-old man, a man who's old enough to be his father, who's now his, like, boyfriend or something. And he lives with him. He rarely comes over to visit, and when he does so, it's a huge dispute because my father hates him for not coming, and he doesn't come because he hates my father for not tolerating him when he's here and telling him off because he never shows up. And because of that, there's this endless paradox of hate, and they don't get along well, and I cannot stand him either that much. Well, as I said about it before, and yes. My life is a daytime drama. Really. You could write a television show about my life, and I can guarantee you it'll sell well. It's not just my immediate family, it's also my uncle who broke up with his wife after she had an affair with another man. Maybe she married that other man, later he now has another wife and whatever. Not wife, I think it's just his girlfriend, but they have 2 children, now they're all like happy together, yay. Yeah. So, I think this is where I'm going to wrap it up. Next time, well, tomorrow I suppose, I'm going to go into my personal history. Every remarkable, or, well, my life's quite dull, but every moment that is a little less dull, or any moment of significance in my history, I'm going to talk about that. As I said, this is just for me as much as it is for anyone else, because nobody knows who I am, and neither do I. I want people to know that. I want myself to know that. So, yeah. Daniel out, I suppose. See ya.